Hello, I'm former Vice President Mike Pence, and it's an honor to welcome all who have gathered for the International Democrat Union Forum here in Washington, D.C. I want to thank former Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper for the invitation to address this distinguished gathering and for his incredible leadership of this organization. For nearly 40 years, the IDU has been a uniting force for center-right movements around the world, dedicated to the belief that liberty, democracy, and human dignity are the foundation of a better world. The IDU was born at a critical moment in world history, in the midst of the Cold War. Great conservatives like Ronald Reagan, George Herbert Walker Bush, and Margaret Thatcher banded together to defeat the threat of global communism and advance the cause of freedom around the world. They believed, as we believe, that truly great nations are built on the timeless principles of freedom, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, equality of opportunity, and a respect for human life. Today, while old challenges have faded away, new ones have arisen that are just as important and even more urgent. Inflation is wreaking havoc on the global economy. After years of quiet, North Korea is once again testing missiles. China seems to inch closer to Taiwan's border with each passing day. Iran threatens to accelerate its nuclear program. And in Europe, Russia has launched an unconscionable war of aggression against Ukraine. The free world must send a clear message that we will continue to stand with the freedom-loving people of Ukraine until peace is restored and Russia withdraws. Today, the work of the IDU has never been more important. Soviet communism may have been vanquished, but the threat of socialism is very much alive and well in nations across the West. Now more than ever, the world needs leaders like all of those gathered here who aren't afraid to stand up to socialism and to tyranny. Leaders who will boldly stand up for free markets, freedom of speech, and a free people. Leaders who will proudly hold aloft the principles of conservatism as a model for all to follow, a model that is proven, without a doubt, to lead to strong nations and strong economies. But above all, for our civilization to prosper. If we are to pass on the rights, freedoms, and cultures we cherish to the next generation, our highest priority must be to preserve, renew, and strengthen the families upon which our nations are built. So I commend each and every one of you gathered here for continuing to search for ways each one of our nations can put families first. As you reconnect and strengthen the bonds of friendship and partnership over the course of this forum, never forget that our parties are the last guardians of liberty on the face of the earth. The flame of freedom has been passed on to each of us. And today, let us solemnly commit that it will not go out on our watch. And when you return home, do so with courage and confidence. Remind your people that they don't have to accept a future of economic decline and moral decay. They don't have to exchange dreams of prosperity for a socialist nightmare. They don't have to relegate their children to a future of cynicism, bitterness, and division. But let's rather remind our people that conservative leadership creates nations where everyone prospers and everyone wins. And we can build societies where every citizen is free to live, to work, and to worship according to the dictates of their faith and conscience. That's the mission of the International Democrat Union. It is the great calling of our time. And with God's help, I know we will not fail. So thank you all for the honor of addressing you. Thank you for your leadership and the service in all the nations represented here. And may God bless you all.